I need to share this first day carnivore in an office with you because I don't know, I'm kind of angry. It's so stupid. I don't know why, but I had a meeting and I had about 7 or 8 people from my team, and we kind of joked around and have some fun and talk about other things in work. And then I said, I was in a good mood and I was totally awake the first time since almost 2 weeks. So they realized that and they said, "Oh my God, you're in such a good mood. And why? What is it? What is happening?" And I said, "Yeah, I went carnivore, and then I'm experimenting and I'm doing this now, and I'm so excited. And since yesterday, I really slept very well and I feel great and I'm feeling energized." And then the first reaction was from one of my colleagues I actually don't really like and appreciate normally that much, but still it affected me. He said, "Yeah, of course you're not gonna be sick or feel bad when you eat that much meat because there are antibiotics, if you say, in meat in animals." And I have no idea. I don't know. I just assume because all of the doctors, if it's true that you get all the antibiotics from animals, then in your system it's gonna be a bad thing because or is it actually the same? I have no idea. So I have to educate myself about this. But one thing that made me angry is that these people actually think that everything else is not the same thing. If you eat vegetables or fruits, you have pesticides. If you have sugar and carbs and all the other crap, you're also putting a lot of toxins in your body. It's just common sense and everybody knows that. But meat is the bad guy. That's something I really don't understand, because I think everything is the bad guy. And not only meat, I think everything is bad for you. The only way you can be sure that you're doing something good, if you have your own stuff you're growing, and even if you have your own chickens, then it's the thing you feed them also has to be from your own thing that you grow, and you know where it's coming from and it's all natural or not, because everything can be full of toxins and bad stuff. So everything that is according to food, there also I saw there is a Netflix series about that that it's impossible to compare food studies. It's impossible because everybody is different. Everybody has different DNA and things that are happening in their bodies, blah blah blah. So they're using twins to do the experiment. They put one, I think, on vegan diet and so on. So maybe I have to watch it because that's interesting. They have the same DNA, but still they're different people. You know what I mean? They still have different environments normally. They have different friends, different locations they are in. Maybe the one has more stress because she's a sensitive person and so on. So they're still different people. And stress and all these things affect your gut and everything what's happening in your body. So I don't know. I really don't know. I still think that whatever you do, it's only about experimenting and see what's good for you and what's not good for you. And I think that the baseline, you have to, take your blood with the vitamins and everything when you start something new, and then go from there and just compare after a month, after 2 months, whatever you changed, if it's working or if it's making you sick. That's happened with me with the vegan food. It made me sick. It made me heavily sick because most of the vegan foods I didn't like, which have protein, or I was allergic to. It was soya, it was tofu, and that I was allergic to. And I didn't like eating, all the rest of it. So I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. I'm sorry, there's a call. Yeah, and I don't know why it made me so aggressive, because I think when you start something and excites you and you are happy that you can experiment something new, I think you want to surround yourself with people that, say, oh my god, it's interesting, or oh my god, I want to do that too, or let's do it together, or you share your experience and everything, but not in the first day have somebody that bumps you and that wanna put you down and wanna say why it's bad. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter if it's food or some experiment or something you want to improve, and they say, yo, why should you learn French, you never need it, for example. So I think it's the most important part is to find people to surround yourself, because one of the doctors on YouTube and also this girl that has a year now experience and the other one that has 4, they have a kind of a community where they do this carnivore thing, because still people have their hardcore opinions on that, especially in this vegan trend. And one thing I realized also, the vegan versus carnivore discussion, it's unbelievable, because I have a lot of vegan friends. So the one thing I see is the trend is happening, or it happened already with the vegan food. So the trend will go to carnivore, because you will always have one peak on one thing, and then the next time you will have another peak of the complete opposite thing. So Kim Kardashian, it's a very good example. The plus size curvy was in, and now it's heroin chic again, so it's completely thin and too thin. So it's the extreme. There is no in between most of the time when you talk about trends and things that are affecting you. I think one thing is the vegan food was very expensive. Now the market was booming. Everybody's buying vegan food. Everybody's creating vegan food. And then the prices, go down, because you have more people that want that. You have more offers. So it's going to be cheaper. For the meat, that's why it's now, my feeling is very up. And meat is getting, or still maybe is, more expensive than like vegan food right now in my country, because the trend was very high with the vegan food and everybody went vegan. Everybody I know went vegan, and I understand that, because I actually don't or never liked meat just because of the taste. So that's why I also went vegan, because I not short period of time, but about 2 years ago, I think, because I just didn't like the taste from meat. So it's very interesting. Yesterday when I ate the steak, and so it's a little bit not tough, but I don't like if it's having these things which is very heavy to chew on. And the bones, and if I just taste a little bit of a bone, so I am disgusted, kind of, but it's getting better, so it's switching up. But still, I understand why people don't want to eat meat in this kind of way, or because of the ethics and everything. I do understand that, but I have to be honest, I don't have a problem with the ethics part when I take care of what I'm buying in most of the time. So if I buy meat, I want to buy it from, local people, and, things that are even more expensive for that kind of matter, but still I'm on a budget. So if I will switch to more meat, if it works for my family, then I need a different kind of expenses, so it has to be cheaper. But what I realized today, and that's the fun part, it was by accident. It's when you go to the market in the morning, and I went into the market in the morning looking for meat for my office, so I will have something to eat in the morning if I'm hungry. I saw that there is the most expensive meat that costs about 10 euros normally, costs now 50% off. So what is happening, and that one of the girl is also saying in their YouTube videos, and it's true, if you go in the morning to the markets, they put the price tags on, like 50% off and so on, because the date is just going to expire. So it's in the morning most likely that you will find amazing offers. And it's true, and I was so happy because I just bought about 5 or 6 different things I actually like, and it's about 50% off. So that's a lot, you know, if you buy 50 things, and it's about 500 euros, you will put it down to 250, you know, in the end. It's still a lot, but it wasn't that much. I now have spent 100 euros overall for the baseline, like butter and stuff like that, or 120, something about that. And I will see how much it's gonna, you know, take me, because we spent 120 euro for the whole family for 1 week, or for us three right now, or 150 sometimes. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. But that was my first day. And what I realized also is, for now, just to start, I don't want to limit myself only to meat or only to beef and just start from there, because I think that's going to be too tough. So no coffee, no this, no that. I'm not gonna do that. So that's why I bought eggs and some kind of meat. I didn't take care of what the meat includes else, like sugar or, you know, all the other crap. So I won't see, you know, I could not say if it's better or not, because in this meat I also bought, some of them have a lot of shit in it. So like sausages with cheese, they have a lot of, you know, different kind of bullshit inside. So it's going to be very difficult for now to say is it better or is it not. But I just want to start slow and still have cheese, still have dairy, still have, you know, milk, yogurt, and all these things. Still have my coffee, still, you know, eat when I'm hungry. The one thing I want to focus right now is just to try to implement the meat, try to not eat the sugar, try not to eat the carbs, because that's the hard part actually. And one thing I also realized is, because I had birthday, I bought a cake for the guys that were there. And usually I will eat like 2 to 3 pieces of the cake, but I wasn't hungry at all. I wasn't have cravings for it. When I looked at it, I thought, I just want to have a piece, but my cravings were not that much. And maybe it's because today I'm in a good mood. Maybe it's because I, you know, eat in the evening enough, so I was fine in the morning. I don't know, but you know, it can be have different kind of reasons. So I'm gonna wait for a few days if that's gonna stick, because I think that's the most important part for me, not to have cravings that much for sugar and carbs, because I think that's what limits me. But I'm actually happy. I don't know if it's just because it's something new and it's the motivation and it's the inspiration, everything about that, or if it's actually because, you know, I didn't eat sugar and I didn't eat carbs. So I have no clue, but that's also fun part. And also important, the electrolytes, that's unbelievable. I went to the pharmacy, and there is actually, you have to have some high quality things. You will think that, but it's not. The electrolytes they have are full of sugar, full of sugar. And I say, do you have something without sugar? She said no. But then she brought another product, and it's, oh yeah, no, it's still glucose and dextrose and sugar and everything. Oh yeah, but do you like it? I said, no, thanks. And now it's very difficult to find something like a limit where you can choose between ones with the not sugar and sugar things, because we don't have that in my country. I don't know. I have to check where I can get something good. And it's not the same things inside, I think, or it's called different maybe in English. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to figure out what I have to drink, you know, to not get into this keto, how's it called? Keto illness, keto sickness, where you have diarrhea and headaches and all those crappy symptoms when you change actually your diet. So that's going to be interesting. But for now, I feel so great. I didn't feel that great for 2 weeks now, and it's inspiring. I don't know. I'm so excited. But maybe it will switch. It will change. That's why I'm doing this vlog, to, you know, have the feeling if it's just temporary or not. And you know, I was at the office. I wasn't at home office, so I was. I had, and yeah, and my coffee. I didn't even need the coffee. I did it. I made it, and I didn't even drink half of it. And normally I drink 3 of them. So I don't know. And I slept only 5 to 6 hours, I think. So I didn't sleep that well. And I didn't sleep normally when I'm in a better mood. I sleep to 7 to 8 hours. So that's also something that's basically interesting. So that's funny. It's so funny, and I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm gonna keep myself and you posted on how it's working and what's going on. Yeah. And I eat fruit today. I eat a banana and an apple because I was craving a banana and apple. Something, you know, a little bit more easygoing. So I don't want to restrict myself according to food and stuff like this because, you know, yeah. And one thing I also realized, I just opened my fridge and there is still ice cream. I forgot about that to give it to my mom. That's tough. That's right now really tough because I'm thinking about it, and that's bad. I'm thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna prepare myself a little bit of a cheese snack or something until I feel satisfied, until I feel full, and maybe that will help. But I don't know. That's what I'm now gonna do and experiment. Yeah, keep you posted.